I need to play the ukulele all the time because I am so awesome at it. Today is a crazy, awesome, exciting topic. We're going to be discussing lesbian terms. What is lesbian terms? We're going to be talking about types of lesbians, also a couple of lesbian terminology. There are a lot of terms we need to go over, so I apologize if I talk excessively fast, not that that's any different from any of the other videos that I've already done in the past. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, lipstick lesbians. These are also known as pumps. Lipstick lesbian is a lesbian that is incredibly feminine, and by that I mean they wear dresses and skirts and heels, and they fuss over their hair and their makeup. It's basically the girls that most people would never suspect to ever be a lesbian. The reason why I say pumps is because pumps is a term for girls that are less dominant in a relationship and tend to be more passive. Femme. Femme is different from lesbian. Femme is more a behavioral. It sounds like urinal. Femme is more of a behavioral term. That a girl acts very feminine. She kind of has that flirty personality, and the way that she walks is really feminine. It's more of a action type word. Chapstick lesbian. This was actually created by Ellen DeGeneres. It's any lesbian that is very simple and doesn't wear any makeup, kind of wears jeans and t-shirts, just a very simple, casual type of lesbian. Soft butch. Soft butch is a lesbian that is sort of more boyish, but they're not like, whoa, is that a girl or a guy? But she really does have a lot of boyish attributes. Butch or pants. Butch is basically the hardcore dykes. They are girls that dress and act like guys. Typically, girls that are butch are the pants in the relationship, which is the opposite of pumps. It's the person that's in control and is more dominant. Now, of course, a soft butch or a chapstick could be pants in the relationship. Stone butch. How do I describe this? In an intimate environment, a stone butch is the person that does the giving but doesn't like the receiving, if you catch what I'm saying. Pillow queen. A pillow queen is the opposite of a stone butch. Is a person that likes the receiving but doesn't really like the giving. So those two probably mesh together quite beautifully. A pansexual. A pansexual is different from a bisexual. A pansexual has no preference. A pansexual would date a transgender. They do not see a gender when they look at a person. A transgender is typically a female or a male that feels different than society thinks that they're supposed to be. So for example, maybe they were born female but they feel more male, or vice versa. Also differences in their anatomy and things like that. Transsexual is kind of the same thing. A person that has a desire to be the opposite sex. That could be somebody that's going through the process or somebody that has already been through the process. A has-been, I've explained this in one of my other videos, is a girl that used to claim to be lesbian but now has gone straight. How that's possible is beyond me. I mean, once you're gay, you're like stuck for life. I don't get the has-beens. Gold star lesbian is basically a girl that has never had sex with the opposite sex. Never had sex with the opposite sex. Yeah. Stuck to one side for basically her whole life. Pretty much. Gold star, holla holla. Lone star lesbian is basically a girl who only had sex with one person. An ex-gay. This is a person that has gone through what is called ex-gay therapy, and it's basically religious based, where they like sit you down and like teach you how to become straight. It's some weird thing, I don't know. But in other words, they were gay, but they went through this religious thing, and now they're not gay anymore because of like, they've like cleansed. I don't know how it works, but the point is, that's an ex-gay. Heteroflexibles are a lot of people that watch my videos. Straight people that are very supportive of gay people. They typically have a lot of gay friends, they're supportive of the gay community, they love being around gays. It's basically any straight person that supports homosexuality. Woo! That was a mouthful. Now we're going to move on to only a couple of terms that maybe you've never heard of. Gaydar is obviously the ability to be able to detect other gays just by looking at them or talking with them. LP stands for lesbian potential. Lesbians use the phrase LP when they are scouting for girls. You might be sitting with your girlfriend and you're like, holla. Oh yeah, she's got major LP. Major LP. Come to pop. Okay, maybe not that. A gayborhood. Actually a term called gayborhood, and what this is a city or a suburb or a section that is very, very gay friendly or gay oriented. Maybe the people there are really accepting, or maybe there's a lot of gay stores. Second parent adoption. Let's say you have a lesbian couple. One of them may decide that she wants to get an insemination, which means that she has a man's sperm put inside her and then she gives birth to a child. So that is legally her child because she gave birth to it. But get this, the other mother is not automatically accepted as her mom. She has to go through what is called second parent adoption, where basically she adopts her partner's child. Switching teams. It's kind of obvious in the terminology, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know what it means. You've jumped on the other bandwagon temporarily, permanently, doesn't matter, but you played for the sex that you weren't originally playing for. I don't know why I'm doing this. U-Haul. U-Haul is an incredibly famous term in the lesbian community. Why? Because it's what we do. Lesbians always say, you know, after the first date, bring the U-Haul. Because a lesbian relationship is incredibly emotional and you basically make long-term commitments after the first date. It's just how it works. So what do you do? Well, you know, I'm an accountant. I've decided that I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You were like no one I've ever met before. There's something about you that's different. That's it. Let's move in together. That's basically it. Don't forget to add me on Facebook, facebook.com/JennaAnnMusic. If you have watched this video till the very end, answer this question. If you were a lesbian, what terminology would you assign yourself? What kind of lesbian would you categorize yourself under? I'm interested to see what everyone's responses are. Hope this helped. Keep the questions coming. Woo! This is German chocolate. Why can't Americans make chocolate like this? Mmm.